Hello, instructor and classmates. My name is Victoria Colina, student ID HPS 2510052V, and today I will presenting on the topic Understanding Psychological Paradigms Through Multiple Lenses for the course Inglés Instrumental. Imagine the human mind as a being of white light. Each psychological theory acts as a prism, revealing only a specific color of that complex reality. In psychology, a paradigm is more than just a theory. It is an epistemological framework that dictates what a clinician observes and how intervention is defined. Understanding multiple psychological paradigms is essential for a holistic approach to mental health, clinical cases, and professional communication. My presentation is organized into three main parts. First, I will explain four major psychological paradigms, then I will apply these lenses to clinical case studies, and finally, I will discuss assertive communication and conflict resolution as essential professional skills. Now, let us turn our attention to the four primary psychological paradigms: psychoanalysis, behaviorism, gestalt psychology, and neuropsychology. Each framework offers a distinct lens through which we can interpret human cognitive processes and adaptive behavior. In an introductory way, we have psychoanalysis focuses on the unconscious mind and the inner drive. Next, we have behaviorism that centers on observable behavior and environmental conditioning. Gestalt psychology has a holistic perception and present moment awareness, and neuropsychology treats with the brain structure, biochemistry, and behavior links. So, in this way, we can see how each paradigm offers a unique lens to the reality. Moving on to our first lens, psychoanalysis focuses on unconscious processes, repressed drive, and defense mechanism through the Dawkins cure. From a Lacanian perspective, as highlighted in the clinical prism, autism is viewed not as a biological deficit, but as a specific subjective position. Key concepts include the rejection of the invocatory drive, the use of an autistic object or double for regulation, and the presence of isolate of competence as protective mechanism. In contrast to psychoanalysis, behaviorism, pioneered by figures like B.F. Skinner and John B. Watson, dismisses unobservable internal states. Instead, it focuses exclusively on observable behavior and environmental modification. Central concepts include operant conditioning, where behavior is modified through positive or negative reinforcement, shaping, and program instruction. To illustrate the fundamental difference between these two perspectives, we can examine the epistemological matrix. While behaviorism views the object of study as quantifiable behavior and treats symptoms as maladaptive learned response to be extinguished, psychoanalysis investigates the unconscious subject and views symptoms as a meaningful subjective defense. Consequently, the goal of behaviorism is environmental adaptation, whereas psychoanalysis seeks insight and self-discovery. Next, I will discuss Gestalt psychology, which operates on the principle that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. This paradigm focuses on holistic integration and present moment awareness, known as the here and now. In child therapy, play is utilized as a primary form of communication, promoting self-awareness and somatic emotional regulation. Finally, the neuropsychological lens examines brain behavior relationships, focusing on biological architecture and biochemistry. A prime application is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or known as ADHD, which is understood as a neurodevelopmental disorder involving executive dysfunction. This includes impairment in working memory and impulse inhibition, linked to neurotransmitter dysregulation in the prefrontal cortex. Now, let us apply this framework to real-life situation. In case 1, we have a 10-year-old student exhibits concentration difficulties, forgets instruction, and struggles to complete tasks. This presentation aligns with ADHD, affecting key cognitive processes such as attention and working memory. In case 2, we evaluate Maria, a university student who experienced anxiety when speaking in class, struggles with lectures, and avoids group activities. So, let's analyze Maria's situation through our multiple lenses. From a neuropsychological perspective, her struggles might stem from learning difficulties or executive dysfunction affecting information processes. From a behavioral perspective, avoiding group work acts as a negative reinforcement that maintains her anxiety by providing immediate relief. From a psychoanalytic perspective, her anxiety might reflect unconscious fears or of judgment or deeper subjective conflicts. From a Gestalt perspective, focuses on the here and now, and somatic awareness can help her to recognize physical anxiety signals and regulate her emotion during class. This brings me to the third section of the presentation: professional communication skills. Assertive communication is the ability to express thoughts, needs, and feelings clearly, directly, and respectfully. According to the Unique 4 infographic, assertiveness serves as a cornerstone to organizational well-being by enhancing the work climate, reducing stress and anxiety, increasing job satisfaction, and fostering collaborative conflict resolution. To manage conflicts strategically, we utilize the Thomal-Kilmann model. This model categorizes approach based on assertiveness and cooperativeness. While competing involves high assertiveness and low cooperation, collaborating requires high assertiveness and high cooperation to achieve mutually beneficial solution. For example, applying assertive communication to Maria's case, she could say to her professor, "I feel anxious when asked to speak in class without preparation. I would appreciate having the discussion question beforehand." To summarize, we have explored Four major psychological paradigms applied them to clinical case studies and examine the vital role of assertive communication in professional settings, integrating psychoanalytic, behavioral, gestalt, and neuropsychological lens provides a truly comprehensive framework for clinical assessment and intervention. To conclude, the best outcomes in mental health and professional practice are achieved not when one paradigm competes, but when all collaborate to reveal the full spectrum of the human experience. Thank you so much.